Hey, Sandro.
Okay.
So thank you very much for joining us today. Basically, what we want to do is chat to you about the life and history of Sandro Vashikidze on Premier League Kicks. We just want to basically get to a bit of know about your journey and what you've done on Premier League Kicks over the last, I think, 12 years?
Yeah, so
is that about right?
I think I was about 17. Yeah, I think I was about 17 when I started. Yeah, so 12 years.
12 years.
Almost 13.
And how did you start on Kicks all those years ago?
So they started running sessions at Sharrow. So Keith started running sessions at Sharrow, and Keith knew me before from the area. So he goes to me and come down to sessions. So pretty much I went down to sessions, and it was just like on the Mugger there was a football game, and it was just every Tuesday and Thursday we went down to play football with a group of mates. That's pretty much how I started.
Cool. So you were a participant, obviously playing football.
Yeah, we were participants playing football. From Kicks, we went up to Middlesbrough, Derby, a few games. Derby, we had like funny experiences. Well, a little bit dangerous experiences, but we had funny experiences because we're Chef now were playing Derby, and how it happened was we ended up sitting in Derby away stands. Yeah, so after the game. But obviously, we all covered Chef United tops and that kind of stuff. So Chef United scored, and one of the lads celebrated. And the whole Derby side turned on us, and then just said, security had to escort us out to Chef Nye stand. At that time, Chef Nye was swearing at us. Chef Derby was swearing at us. So then we, as soon as we got to the Derby stand, the lads took off the Chef Nye tops, and we became heroes for Chef Nye, but villains for Derby. So it was like one of the early experiences of Kicks. We were about 17, 18 years old lads. So yeah.
Wow, so a lot going on in the early years. And how did you come to volunteer and coach on the programme?
So about 18, I got in a car crash and I couldn't play football. So at the time, I wasn't doing nothing. Pretty much I was on crutches. So Keith said to me, like, do you want to come down and volunteer to the sessions? So I was like, obviously I was still going to be involved in the sessions. So I went down to volunteer sessions. I got my badges. I got level 1, I think, when I was 16, and then I got put through to level 2, and I finished it off. I think it was about 18, 19, and then from volunteering straight away, I went to paid staff member.
Wow! And in a space of what, 4 years?
No, not in 4 years. I was about 18, 19. So in about 2 years' time, I went from volunteer to coach lead. Session, because I got my level 2, and then on Fridays there was a session available, and then they just put me in charge.
Amazing. So, amazing. Yeah. And tell us about a memorable moment on one of the local sessions that you do. So maybe a memorable participant or a time that really sticks in your mind.
So there's been quite a few. Yeah, as we all know, Kicks is sometimes ups and downs. Yeah, but majority of times it's very, very much fun. There's been a lot of challenging incidents which we had to go through, and there's been a lot of fun. So sessions usually there's got a family atmosphere to sessions. I can say to you, we most likely the most biggest memories that we have is probably at Mugger, playing the Mugger football pitch, which is at Mount Pleasant Park. We used to call it a black pitch because the Mugger's black, so we used to call it black pitch, and it's even called that now. Nets are like, how can I say to you, probably this very short, so probably like 4 foot something. Yeah, and that was one of the best facilities that we played football and had most fun. And majority of times it was all about who had the most fitness and who could win Premier League or Championship games. So that was about, yeah.
Brill. And obviously at the moment you're Premier League Kicks coordinator, supporting young people, just like when you started out at 17, coming through the programme. Is there somebody that you'd like to highlight who you're currently supporting at the moment on Kicks?
So every year there is usually a bunch of individuals that come through, and as soon as they're from young age, you can see who are the leaders. Yeah, usually when they're leaders, we try to enhance their qualifications, enhance their leaderships in the groups, so they actually like lead the sessions, lead the warm-ups, that kind of stuff. as later on it goes, some kids stay around, some kids move on. Obviously, the kids move on. We hope them move on to better, bigger things. So some of them will move on to what's called the university, better work. Some of the young individuals, like currently we have Marley and Axel, who just qualified as the level 1 football coaches, and they're coming through as sometimes they're paid workers, sometimes they're volunteers, and they're just laying on the job and building their experiences. They're the 2 individuals that currently I'm working with. There's also behind them, there's also Abid, who's a volunteer and who's volunteered pretty much a lot of sessions. Across the city, in every session, we have a couple of volunteers who are coming through, and we're pushing them to go on to qualifications, and hopefully they'll become members of staff.
Brilliant. And if you were to give a piece of advice to your younger self now, so any advice that you'd give to somebody in the same position as you starting out on their journey, what would you tell them?
Probably try to get the qualification as quick as possible. Try to do education more. Develop myself even more, and then I can essentially mess about less. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'll probably tell myself, and actually see as a future. Because when I was younger, I didn't see as a future. I thought as like it's just a session I'm doing, and then I'm giving back to community. I even at that time I knew I was giving back to community and I was helping the young people out, but yeah, I didn't see it as a job and prospect. Currently it's changed, so probably I would have advised myself at a younger age to take it more serious.
Well, Sandro, thank you very much for talking to us about Premier League Kicks and your journey. Albeit it was probably only a light touch. I've had many stories around about Kicks and the kind of journey that you've been on over the last 10 years. But coming from obviously a participant when you started out all those years ago, through to volunteering and coaching and now being the coordinator. And I know for a fact that you're inspiring young people across Premier League Kicks today. We're going through one of the most difficult periods at the moment, and you're still out there supporting young people in our most deprived areas of the city. So we want to just say thank you, and we're pleased to award you with the Facilitator Award for Premier League Kicks as part of the PLCF 10-year awards. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.